Comics of 100 Years Ago, November 15th, 1925. It's Little Orphan Annie by Harold Gray. Annie and Sandy are out on the street at night. Annie is in her winter clothes. She points at a sign for the U.S. Navy that says, "Join the Navy and see the world." She says, "Looky, Sandy, if we expect to do a lot of traveling, there's something we ought to investigate." Annie is in her sleepers, peeking out the door as Sandy sits next to her. She says, 12 o'clock and everybody's in bed. "Now, not a sound, Sandy. We mustn't let anyone hear us leave." She goes to her closet and says, "Gee whiskers, I hate to do this. It will hurt Daddy's feelings terribly, but he'll be happier when it's all over." She begins to pack her little suitcase with her hat and coat, sitting next to Annie Marie on the bed, or Emily Marie on the bed. She says, "If Mrs. Warbucks didn't hate me so much, things would be great here, but she keeps jawing at Daddy day and night about me, she does." They walk down the stairs past a fingernail moon, Sandy looking one way, Annie the other, with her hand over the banister. And Emily Marie is tucked under Annie's arm. Annie says, "Now," she says, if Daddy doesn't send me away, she'll go to Europe or someplace and stay." They stop by a portrait of Daddy, and Annie says, She makes it tough for Daddy all the time, yelping about me. And he's so kind and generous. I'm not going to make him a lot of trouble, I'm not." She climbs up on a table to write a letter. "When I'm not here in the morning, he'll be worried stiff. I bet you I'd better leave a letter for him." She reads the letter to Sandy, who looks very worried. She says, "Dearest Daddy, I'm going away, so you and Mrs. Warbucks can be happy. She says I am a troublemaking orphan brat, and I guess she's right. But when I'm gone, she won't pick on you anymore. Sandy is going too. Love and kisses from both of us, Annie." She puts the portrait next to Daddy's picture, and it looks like a statue of a tusked pig. She says, "There, Daddy, now you'll know how it was, and you won't worry so much." She looks over her shoulder at a portrait of Mrs. Warbucks and says, "Mrs. Warbucks' picture. Leaping lizards, how can anybody be so mean? But she's Daddy's wife, and I guess he loves her." On the patio next to a large urn with a plant in it, she says to Sandy, "Shh, Sandy, not a sound till we get away from the house. We mustn't wake anybody up." They leave the Warbucks farm behind them. Annie continues to carry Emily Marie. She says, "I don't know exactly where we're going, but I guess it doesn't matter much." They walk down the road together under the fingernail moon, and Annie says, "Well, Sandy, we'll be a long ways away by morning."